Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now it's Haskins. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 19-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's caught. It's James Washington. And the Steelers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point victory by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. First down, Love to pass. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody find someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying, all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Haskins. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. Finding room inside the 40. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 87 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
And Bronco fans have to be so excited because Von Miller missed 2020 with an ankle injury, suffered just days before the season opener. An 8-time Pro Bowler, the all-time sack leader for the Broncos, and the active leader in the NFL. They are happy to welcome him back.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. On second down, it's Williams. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, going to the air with Love. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Throwing. Love. That one caught by Felton. And he will have a Broncos first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On play action. Love to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
In on the stop there, Alexander Johnson, the Broncos' leading tackler last year. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Play action. Haskins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Here's Haskins to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. To the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. $25 yards that time. Play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Love. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
On first down, Harris. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, Love. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. There's Judy. What a grab that was. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Love now. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a
touchdown. It's complete. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos cut into that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A throw left side caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Haskins. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Open man. That's the tight end Freiermuth. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Haskins will throw.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Love from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They hand this off to Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Haskins. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Haskins. To the right side and complete to Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now it's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. To throw now. Here's Love. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on